Let's hear from the coaches then. First up, we spoke to Bedford Blues Director of Rugby, Mike Rayer.
Well, second Friday night lights in a row for you here at Bedford, Mike. How does it change things playing 7:45 on a Friday?
Yeah, well, we've been training in the evenings over the years, so it's probably when we're at our optimum, I guess, because we're used to training at this time. But a little bit different for the fans, I guess. The local rugby clubs and football clubs can come and watch us, so we get a different demographic in, and obviously frees up people to watch the internationals on the weekend as well. But the boys enjoy it. It's different. It's a little bit dewy tonight, obviously, but we've had some great evenings here.
And speaking of enjoyment, you're a team known for throwing the ball around. Are we expected to see the same again this evening?
Yeah, if conditions allow. Obviously, we want to try and exert a bit of pressure on this. It looks a young Hartpury team, so we want to first and foremost get a bit of field position and hopefully put a bit of icing on the cake. Oh, well, maybe if anyone knows how to play it, it's surely yes. But there's no wind to speak of tonight, so that's great. So as you say, hopefully, if the ball's not too greasy because of the dew, I think both sides will look to play a bit.
We'll heard it here first. We're going to see some attacking rugby and fingers crossed plenty of tries. Thanks for your time, Mike.
No problem. Cheers.
They talk about journeys into the red zone. Blues have got to come away with something here, Rob.
They do indeed. You expect to see this stay tight. Imagine having someone 6'10" in your team. There's not going to be many lineouts he loses, but he's actually lifted in that occasion.
It's Alex Ray that goes up. They fooled us with that one, and through they roll. This is looking ominous. Dixon is smacking his man on the back, trying to get it going. Dixon goes in as well. Little dart from Dixon. Is he over? Needs the ball down. There's hands in the air, and there's a try been given. Referee Mike Hudson says the Blues have done enough, and they open their account.
Yep. The platform we knew was going to happen. Admirably defended so far from Hartpury, but just one too many pushes there. Dixon already in the referee's ear, as you'd expect. But it's a brave decision as a 9 to go from there, because if that ball does not come out or he doesn't score it, there's not many options. It has to be stayed around the tight area, picked and gone, as we saw there. Big men picking from that far away. He was never going to be stopped. Perillo Campo there, he's a big man, isn't he?
He is a big man. Lindsay with this line-up for the Blues. At the front now, Taylor. It's a familiar story. Round they come, but they're up against 7 forwards rather than 8 this time. What's the result? Hands are in the air, and crucially, the referee's hand is in the air. Another try to Bedford, and it's through the forwards, and that dominance really starting to tell, Rob Vickerman.
Absolutely, and it is dominant. Time and time again we're saying it, driving ball, you can't stop it. Murphy trying his best to push people around. Even the impressive Will Self couldn't stop Williams there, putting the ball down with his left paw. But thank you. Such a big platform, such a weapon for this Bedford team. The crowd rightly appreciating how well this forward pack are doing.
Jared Williams. Dixon feeds this scrum. It goes down. Referee is happy because Dixon get his hands on the ball. Clement Hill feeds Dodge back against the tide, but repelled eventually by the Hartpury College defence.
Thank you, good work.
Dixon in again. More big men running
for this side.
And nightmares this evening will Hartpury about Jared Williams. Round the corner they go again. The reach and the try. And it's another good score for this Bedford pack, and there's slaps all round at the moment. Guys, they really are seemingly enjoying themselves on this Friday night in the Championship.
Wave after wave, isn't it? Hits coming round. Once again, Dan Murphy trying his best, but because he fragmented the line a little bit, just all too much for safe to do inside. Bedford.
But this is vital. Well taken. They set it. Infield they come. Oh, they got the trundle on. This was almost a carbon copy of what the Bedford Blues were doing in the first half, and there's gappers open up for Will Tanner. Tanner is through. A former Bath and Bath Academy man, and well, this is a nice story. He runs the equestrian side down at Hartpury, and he's cantered through there. Do you see what I've done?
It's just nice for you to use, other than their surname, as your verb there, Sam. That's outstanding. But have a look at this dummy. Out the back, one-handed flick. Everybody bought it. And look at the emotion. That's great try. That's when you get your forwards giving big raps. This next 5 minutes, once again now, got to get the forwards in the right area and not start a game like that.
There's an old saying in rugby about a restart. You haven't scored until you've gathered the restart, and Hartpury haven't done that. Le Bourgeois Edgson, the man on at hooker, made the original inroad. Lovely hands and a little bit of footwork from Alex Ray. I think they'll look at it. Rich Lane scampers over. I think they'll have a discussion. Was the referee giving it? Certainly the Bedford players, yeah. Alex Ray with a little dab through there. I'd like to have another look at that. It was pretty skillful. I love the fact that the most celebrations that are happening there were around Alex Ray for that ridiculous flick on. I mean, this is like Messi-esque. Ball on the floor, flicks it up. Next thing you know, look at this. There it goes. They'll be sat in the reviews. Have a look at this. He's a player coach. He'll be taking the meeting saying, can we just watch that one again, please? That one. You see the forlorn looks now. This is where it can get really difficult as a forward pack. They've grafted all the substitutes now, and you can see up front. They want to try and show the coach that pick me next week, I can do a better job, but it's a tough thing to see. Taylor off the top, Le Bourgeois through the gap, it's almost too simple. The Bedford captain is over, and was that a little bit of the fatigue and the mental as well as physical creeping into Hartpury's game? No, on the basis that we saw Dodge run a very similar line from 12, it was poor defence. The back of the line-out is what they call a transitional point, so there's always a bit of a gap there from when the forwards try and link up with the backs. Le Bourgeois, he spots it, he runs straight the outside of Greaves, and it was a touch tackle. It wasn't attempted to try and hit him. It was clearly obvious where he was running. I wouldn't say it's necessarily outstanding attack because he's ran a straight line. It's poor defence, but it's executed well from Bedford again. Hooley with the extra points, and actually the referee has decided that will be enough. And that is full time at Goldington Road. Handshakes all round. And it's Bedford who've come away the victors, and deservingly so, Rob Vickerman. That has been a very good Bedford performance. Yeah, it's been brilliant from Bedford. I've got to say, it's been a sub-performance from Hartpury, the biggest defeat they've had this year in terms of points difference, but take nothing away. Bedford have been wave after wave, they've been relentless, their set piece has been formidable, they've scored their driving mauls, they've looked dangerous, they've had offloading rugby. There's about 2,500 people here that will be leaving this ground hugely happy and entertained at what they've just seen for the last 80 minutes. From Raya, how was that for you this evening? Did it do what you wanted it to?
It ticks the box, and we got a fair amount right. I thought we were nice and efficient at times, and pretty controlled, especially first half playing up the slope. But obviously, I mean, it'd be nice to have finished off a few of them line breaks that we created second half. We just got a bit clumsy inside the green zone there, and you know, could have been a bit more daylight between us at crucial times. But hey ho, we got the job done, and 5 points.
Well, we mentioned before the game, Mike, about the 7:45 kickoff on a Friday. Do you think that was a factor in how you started, conversely how they started?
No, look, I thought we kind of knew they were going to come and play, and what impressed me most about our side, for most of the game, our defence was magnificent. We shut them out and didn't allow them to grow, because they obviously had a fairly young side out today. So yeah, look, it was pretty icy out here, pretty frosty. We got a lot of right, but there was just one or two handlings, and I guess that just becomes, as a coach, that just becomes really frustrating.
Are you building something here at Bedford Blues? It seems to be you're people who a team who like to suggest that they're people are underachievers to a certain extent and catch people off guard. Are you building something kind of special here? There's a good result last weekend up at Castle Park, and some good home victories as well.
Well, look, yeah, I've been building it for 12.5 years, Sam, as you know. Yeah, look, we've got some quality players through our recruitment over the summer, and we are still building, there's no doubt about that. But, you know, we've got to be pleased with where we are at this stage. It's whether we can kick on, whether we've got another gear. We've got a tough game with Pirates next week, and after that we're back into the BNI Cup. So next week we've set a sort of little mini target over these 4 games in the league. And at the moment, we're kind of on target to hit them.
Thank you, Mike, and enjoy your Friday night. I'm sure you will.
Thanks, Sam. Always a pleasure.